Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a habit, a simple habit really, that can completely transform your work, lower your stress, and truly elevate your career. It's not about being the fastest person to fix a problem, but about building something that's meant to last. We're talking about the discipline of documentation.
So let me ask you something, and be honest. Have you ever been that person, the hero who swoops in to solve a major problem, only to have that brilliant solution just vanish from your memory a week later? Like it was all a dream. Or what about this one? Maybe you've been on the receiving end. You inherit this incredibly complex system, but it comes with no maps, no guides, not a single note. You're just dropped into this maze of technology with that sinking feeling that you are completely and utterly on your own. And maybe the worst feeling of all, pouring hours, maybe even days, into chasing a ghost in the machine, only to discover the problem was caused by a tiny change made months ago by someone who left no trace. That silence, that void of information, it's just incredibly costly.
And this all leads us to a really fundamental truth in the world of professional IT. If a change, or the reason for it, or a process isn't written down, then for all practical purposes, it never really happened. It's just a whisper in the wind, not a foundation you can build on.
To really get why this is so important, I want to tell you a story. It's a story about a moment of crisis, a crisis that was born from a culture of silence.
So let's meet Alex. Now, Alex is brilliant at his job, okay? He's the guy you call when things break. He can navigate the most complex systems and get things running again, and he does it fast. But for Alex, documentation, well, it just feels like a chore. It's the boring paperwork you have to do after the real work is finished. It just slows him down.
So Alex doesn't rely on notes. He relies on something else entirely. We'll call it the memory strategy.
In his mind, his memory is all he needs. It's the ultimate hard drive of knowledge. He's constantly telling himself things like, oh, I'll remember this fix, or, it's just a small change, it's not worth writing down. And of course, there's the classic promise we all make, I'll document it all later, when I have some free time. But later almost never comes.
And then it happens. One Tuesday, deep in the middle of the night, his strategy doesn't just fail. It completely falls apart, catastrophically.
An alert screams from his monitor. A core application, the one the entire company depends on, is completely down. Every single minute of downtime is costing thousands of dollars. The pressure is just immense. Alex jumps into action, but he's completely lost. He's adrift in this huge, tangled web of systems. A change to the database could affect the app. A new network policy could break authentication. He knows, deep down, that a small change somewhere is the root cause, but he has no map. He's just searching in the dark. Then his manager calls, then the director. And the questions are sharp, they're direct. What changed in the environment, Alex? When was the last modification? Who approved it? What is our plan to roll it back? Alex has no answers. The silence on his end of the phone is deafening. He can't control the narrative because he has no record, no proof, no story to tell. And it's right there, in that moment of crisis, under the crushing weight of failure, that everything changes for Alex. It's like a light bulb goes on. You see, he realizes he's been asking the wrong question all along. He used to ask, will I remember this? But now a new, much more powerful question hits him, and it hits him hard. If I forget, who suffers? And the answer is crystal clear. His team suffers. The business suffers. The future version of himself trying to solve this exact same problem again, he suffers. Documentation was never about paperwork. It's about respect.
And that's when he finally gets it. He understands this concept they talk about, the bus factor. It's this idea that if the one key person who holds all the knowledge in their head were to suddenly disappear, the entire project, the whole system is at risk. He had made himself that key person, and by doing that, he had made the entire system fragile.
So from that day forward, Alex adopts a brand new philosophy. He decides he's going to keep a ledger. Not the ledger of an operator who just fixes things, but the ledger of an architect who builds things to last.
His new discipline is built on 4 simple questions that he now asks for every single change, no matter how small. First, what is changing? This forces him to be clear and define the scope. Second, why is it changing? This connects the technical work to an actual business need, which gives it purpose. Third, who approved it? This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about creating shared ownership and accountability. And finally, the most important question of all, what is the rollback plan? This is his safety net. It's the ultimate sign of a pro who plans for success, but also prepares for recovery. His notes are no longer just for him. He starts creating clear diagrams of how everything fits together.
He explains the why behind important decisions. He keeps a running history of versions, access controls, and, most importantly, those rollback procedures. He's not just taking notes anymore. He's building a library of institutional memory for everyone.
Alex was transformed. See, he used to be an operator, and he was prized for moving fast and fixing problems in the heat of the moment. But he became an architect, someone valued for building stable foundations and preserving knowledge for the future.
Alex's story isn't really just about Alex, is it? It's about a professional standard. It's about the foundation that you are building piece by piece with your work every single day.
Because good documentation, it does so much more than just record facts. It creates clarity when everything's a mess. It gives you traceability, a trail to follow when things go wrong. It establishes accountability for our actions. And all of these things together, they build the most important asset of all, trust. Trust from your team, trust from your leaders, and trust in yourself.
So I want to leave you with this one question. The next time you fix something or make a change, just pause for a second and ask yourself this. Did I just fix something for today, or did I build knowledge that will last for years? The choice is always yours. Make the choice of an architect.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you for watching this video. My name is Naresh. I am the content creator behind this YouTube channel. I have created a community for Citrix learners where I will be posting a lot of details on Citrix products and how to work in Citrix environments. I'm going to mention the link in the video description, so you can click on that link and you can become part of the community. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.